Well, hello, YouTube. It's me, Tri-State EDC. Going through all the stuff picked up at Maker's Syndicate. And this wasn't purchased there, but Fred the Lug, you know him, you love him. Fred was there. Fred and his son. Great dudes. Love him to death. Fred, thank you so much. Before we even made it inside, he handed me this. That's Serge Panchenko Rook. I've always wanted to check one out. I had to pry it out of his hands and stuff it in my bag. Had to beg him, plead him. Don't worry, I'll take good care of it, Fred. But I gotta review it first, so let's dive into the old Rook together right now. That's right, the Rook. Serge Panchenko Rook. Goofy knife, visually. A very wacky knife. This one, dude, Fred's gonna yell at me in the comments. Flame anode tie, heat anode tie, I think, with the squiggly wigglies. We got this little switch. We got this wild mohawk flipper tab going on. Dorsal fin, I don't know what to call it. This big dent that looks like somebody hit it with a piece of a pipe. 20 CV on the blade. Really nice jimping on the blade spine there. Wacky knife. We also have this like paper clip, binder clip, spring-loaded pocket clip, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool design. It's just wild. It's a wild-looking thing. Real goofy. Close size comparison. Goofy in the best way. Pair of 3. Right about pair of 3 size. PM2, obviously smaller. But height-wise and length-wise, like right in that pair of 3 ballpark. So there you go. Size comparison. Now you know. Let's pop her open, see what we got. Use that wacky flipper tab. Boom. I mean, it's something, dude. Initially, not something I was all that interested in, and then he showed pictures of one in Ultim, so obviously I immediately became interested. I don't remember how much these were, 500, 600, something like that. They might have been more, I don't remember. Maybe less. These are production knives, like USA made, really small batch production knives, not a custom. They're not like handmade on like manual mills or anything like that. They're CNC'd, but they're very small batch, you know, very high quality production knife. And it is something. Serge is a wild man, legendary designer for a reason. But yeah, this blade, I don't even know what to call this blade shape. Fat bellied cleaver. I don't have the words. I don't know what it's called. And with the big dent in its head, it kind of looks derpy. Like this is its eye. It's like a whale that got hit by a boat. Like this is its eye, this is its big doofy smile, and then this is an injury from a boating accident. That's kind of very whalish. Hope that makes sense. That's where my head's at on this one. Which with the humpback too. It's a humpback whale. Serge, was that the plan all along, you dirty dog? By the way, texturing on the titanium backspacer. So, yeah, very interesting. Kind of bent banana-ish shape to it. PM2, open size comparison. PM2, pair 3. There you go. There you go. Smaller than both opened up, but not by much. Not much smaller than the pair 3. And cutting edge is, like, right about the same. Might even be a little bit more cutting edge on the Rook here. It is the Rook. God, if it's not the Rook and I'm going to call it the Rook this whole video, future me, good luck. Pretty sure it's the Rook. I hope it's the Rook. There you go. Ergo's on this guy. In hand. Really thick, really blocky. That's kind of Serge Panchenko's calling card is really kind of blocky. You know, that brutalism. Cold War era brutalistic design style. You know what I'm talking about? Very boxy, very intense. But Ergo's in hand. I got to tell you, it's really nice. Choke back, easy 4-finger grip for me, even though it's a block. Thumb on that jimping. Nice ergonomic kind of pocket right here. The arched handle helps with comfort as well, but that feels good. No issues. As wild as this knife looks, that feels really good. I can choke up, get my thumb in the dent here, this big dent. That honestly feels pretty good as well and gives me a ton of pressure pointed that way. If I'm doing, you know, harder cutting tasks, I won't have an issue there. No finger choil, big old sharpening choil. You'll get tons of life out of that. Big sharpening choil, really deep. So you can't really choke up, but the size of the knife is good. Right here, I'm good. I really don't have to go any further than that. Pinch grip, you can. It's like a 40. That's really sharp in there, 40% of the day. It's not the best. It's not the worst. You know, it's kind of scary. Maybe a 35. It's a little scary. Now then, action. This is where my expertise is going to fall flat because this locking mechanism is wild. It's something else. So we have this little switch right here on the handle, and you pull it this way, and it closes. And if you noticed, it kind of bounces off if you release it too soon. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works. What I do know is it works. And it works insanely well. When it's open, you have this big tongue thing down here. That's the flipper tab. Kind of just pops into there. So it's hidden when it's open, which is pretty cool. It's a wild mechanism. I could sit here and stare at this for 45 minutes and not know how it works. So future me, if you figure it out, let us know. Thanks. But action is exceptional. That flipper tab placement looks goofy, but you just grab it, pull it back, and it pops right open. Great. The acoustics are exceptional on this knife. That's great. That is, unfortunately, however, the only real mode of actuation. It is a flipper only, but it is a lot of fun. It's a flipper with endless fidget factor, which is very interesting to me. You kind of get the same fidget factor you would get out of a button lock, but way more secure, way more clicky-clacky, and somehow way more satisfying. You can, I was playing with it, if you are good enough, ring finger it, you can ring finger flick it, reverse flick. But only with the ring finger. You got to get your ring finger in that fuller. Oops. Pop it right open. That's it. It's not really worth it. The flipper's fun enough. You really don't have to. But the action is exceptional. You can't, you can kind of thumb flick it if you want it bad enough. Something tells me this is an external stop. It wasn't meant for that. But if you want it bad enough, you totally can. So you kind of have options if you want to get creative, but for all intents and purposes, it's a flipper. But it's a damn good one. The acoustics are to die for. If you do it real slow, click, click. It's got 2 clicks. So once when you break the detent, and then once when it clicks open. And it is... I'm addicted to it. I am hooked. I'm hooked on phonics. It's so fun. Even my wife, who, like, usually, if me doing this is going to drive her nuts after 5-10 minutes, even she was like, oh my god, that noise is so satisfying. It is. Like, if it's got Kara's stamp of approval, being this loud, that's saying something, dude. That's saying more than I could ever say. It's exceptional. It's really good. It's really good. I could sit here and just play with it all day. I probably will. But there you go. It's been a while since he made these, a year or so. If I ever see an Ultim one up for grabs now playing with it, I'll probably grab one. If the price is right. I'm not going to pay a stupid amount of money. Future me, what was the price on these when they came out? We do have to cut something. Really tall flat grind. Basically a full flat grind split in half by that fuller. Relatively thin blade stock. Nothing too crazy. 20 CV on the blade. Let me grab some paper. Will I cut the Rook? Oh, yeah. Sure. Sure will. Get off. I'm very statically charged today, I guess. Yeah. Yep. Excellent. Cut's great. Really comfortable in the hand. No issues. Nice. It's all belly. So a great slicer. Yeah. Yep. There you go. The Panchenko Serge Panchenko Rook. I will leave links to Serge's website and his Instagram down below. He has like 6 Instagrams, so I'll find one. I don't know which one's the good one. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But there you go. Links down below. If it ever comes back, I'll let you know on the community feed and on Instagram. But there you go, Fred. Love you, man. Thank you so much. I'm going to take some pictures and send her home to you. But that is it. Like the video, comment, subscribe, become a channel member, Patreon member. Hit me up on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. I'm out there. I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.